Kuniko said, my book doesn't come out until fall of 2016, so I just have loose leaf papers, which doesn't look very professional, but I promise I'm legit. So it's fine. I did bring bookmarks, however, that are free, that I can sign and hand out. But I wanted to read a piece of Immortal Riders to you. Immortal Riders is a series about authors whose words have given them eternal life, and their stories come to life, including their villains. The main character of this story is Liz, and she comes home from her book tour, is kidnapped, and then wakes up in a castle, where William Shakespeare, who is still alive, says that her words have given her immortal life, her stories have come to life, but her villains have come to life. And so she has to learn how to master magic and slay dragons so that she can save the world from the evil dragon lord Kenric. Tonight I'm going to read you my favorite dragon battle. Liz is underwater in a magical shield, traveling with her hero Curtis, the sorceress Healer, and the sidekick Rob to get to a secret pool that will endow them with power so that they can defeat Kenric. Liz, stop, Curtis whispered from behind her. Liz looked around and realized that Curtis, Healer, and Rob had stopped swimming and were each peering through the water. What's going on? Liz whispered back. Something else is in the water, Rob said. I'm sure there are, I don't know, fish or something. No, Rob said, it's something bigger than that. Then Liz saw it. Something large and dark swam past her on the right side. She turned around quickly but couldn't see what it was. Did you see that? Liz whispered, staring. Yes, Healer whispered. We're not alone. Did you have anything guarding the pool? Curtis asked. There are some obstacles once we're out of the water, but here? No. I guess that wasn't very creative of me, but no, there wasn't anything guarding it. Thousands of pounds of water were the biggest deterrent. Then what could possibly be down here? Rob whispered. There was more movement to the left. Liz whipped around. Whatever it is, it's fast, she said. Something else moved to her right. Is there more than one? Healer asked. They all strained to see through the dark water, and then Curtis gasped. No, he whispered. He sounded scared. He was never scared. There's only one, and it's not fast. It's huge. Liz looked around and with a jolt of horror realized that Curtis was right. They weren't surrounded by multiple creatures. They were surrounded by one enormous body that twisted around them like a cyclone and closed them in. Dark gray coils at least 3 feet thick trapped them. Liz could even see the black and white diamond shapes on the dragon's skin. It was a washer. Liz had only created one species of water dragon. Washers were larger than Grinlesses. They didn't have any special breath weapons, so some people underestimated them, but they were still very dangerous. They were strong, they were highly intelligent, and they had the upper hand in their element. In water, they could heal quickly. This made them almost impossible to kill, and they were always, always hungry. Is it just me, or is it getting darker down here? Healer asked. It's not just you, Curtis said. The washer is closing in, Rob said. How long will the shield hold up against its coils? Liz asked. With Curtis and I both holding it up, we have probably 3 minutes before it collapses, Healer said. Is that all? Rob choked. With all the power that thing has, once it starts squeezing its body against the shield, we really don't stand much of a chance. 3 minutes is optimistic. Then what do we do? Liz directed her question to Curtis. He was the fighter here. I don't know, Curtis admitted. What? Liz demanded. But you're the best dragon warrior in the world. I've never fought a washer before, Curtis said. And I can't breathe down here once the shield is gone. As soon as it goes out, I'll be useless. We'll all be useless, Rob pointed out. We'll all be dead. Calm down, Healer said. We'll think of something. It's getting darker by the second, Rob retorted. We don't have time to think. We might as well give up now. A silky laugh wafted through the water. Don't give up, a low voice hissed. I so enjoy a fight. Everyone froze. Liz was the first to realize what was happening. Kenric had taught it how to speak. Yes, the water dragon said. What a delightful thing to understand my prey's fears and to be able to respond to it. Liz swallowed. They couldn't even talk to each other to make a plan. The washer was too advanced. Kenric had messed with its mind so much that it had become more human than beast. Don't stop talking, the washer said. I want to hear your voices before I silence them. Where are you? Curtis called out. The washer chuckled. I'm all around you, dragon warrior. Have your eyes grown so weak that you cannot see my body circling you and your friends? But I want to see your face, Curtis demanded. Let me see who I'm dealing with. The little bit of light that was coming from above them suddenly dimmed. Liz looked up. An enormous reptilian face looked down on them from above. It was black and hard to see in the dark water, but its pearly white eyes glistened with their own evil light. You're so small, the dragon sighed. It's a pity I never get bigger visitors. Liz reached out to her spirit magic and sent it into Curtis's mind. I'm reading your mind whether you like it or not, she sent to him. He jumped slightly, but thankfully didn't give any other indication that he had a secret way to communicate with Liz. Do you have any ideas at all? Not really, Liz read from Curtis's mind. My sword only does so much good here. The washer can heal itself as soon as I cut it. Is there any way you can decapitate it or something? Liz thought. Kill him in one clean cut? He can't recover from that. What? No more words for me? The washer asked. It's too bad. They were what was keeping you alive for so long. The dragon squeezed the shield. Both Curtis and Healer bent over in pain. What's wrong? Rob asked. It takes a lot of strength to hold up the shield, Healer gasped. It's hurting us to do it. Liz flung her magic at Rob and Healer's minds to include them in the mental conversation. Healer, how long could you hold the shield on your own? Maybe a minute, Healer said. No longer. He's stronger than I thought. I won't let you do it alone, Curtis thought. I hate spirit magic, Rob thought. It's so strange to have someone inside my head. Shh, Liz said. Healer, hold up the shield. Rob, you're going to help me be a distraction. How? Rob asked. Attack the washer's body, Liz instructed. Give him small cuts that he'll have to heal. That will take some of his focus. Rob nodded. Curtis, help hold up the shield until both Rob and I have sufficiently distracted the washer. Then leave the shield to Healer and get to the dragon's head. Sever it. Kill him. I'll do my best. The dragon roared from above them, scaring Liz so badly that she lost hold of her magic. Of course, the dragon said venomously. You are hiding your words with spirit magic. Kenrick said I should be wary of it. He knew you would be a spirit user creator. Liz swallowed. You're very wise, she said. I am a spirit user. Do not try to flatter me, the washer spat. I am above human trickery. I sure hope not, Liz thought. Why do you want to kill us, Liz asked. I am your creator. Maybe I could help you, get you away from Kenrick. I think not, the dragon laughed. Kenrick is much stronger than you. You will never defeat him, and I choose to be on the winning side. It squeezed against the shield harder, and Rob gave Liz a significant look. Liz nodded. Rob bounded outward and slashed a sword at one of the coils that surrounded them. The dragon snarled, but it bled only for a moment before it healed over. Do you really think fighting is wise? The washer laughed. I am stronger than any other beast. I will kill you and eat you up. You cannot defeat me. But Rob attacked again, this time cutting deeper. The water dragon growled and unconsciously loosened its hold ever so slightly. This will do you no good, it said as its wound sealed itself shut. You are wasting energy. You are more foolish than I was led to believe. Question, Liz interrupted. Did Kenrick say that I only have spirit magic? What else could you have? The dragon asked, hissing as Rob cut him again. You are so like Kenrick, and you can only have one type of magic. So of course you are a spirit user. Rob stabbed him deeply, and the washer cried out and twisted to get a better look at Rob. Stop pestering me, little human. You will beg for mercy in the end. I hate to interrupt what I'm sure was going to be a very excellent threat, Liz said, but Kenrick isn't as smart as you think he is. Liz held up a hand and produced a ball of fire. An elementalist? The dragon sounded stunned. But how? Liz flung the ball of fire at the washer's head. It backed away quickly, temporarily loosening its coils. Washers hated heat and they feared fire. It was an oddity that separated them from other dragons. Liz nodded at Curtis and he dove out of the shield and into the water, using the small space between coils to escape. Healer collapsed to the ground, undoubtedly suffering greatly from the weight of bearing the shield on her own. 1 minute, if they were lucky. They could only survive for 1 minute. Liz gasped as fire took heat, air, and strength from her, but she didn't focus on the pain. She called upon water and manipulated the liquid around her, punching the washer with the element that it considered its greatest ally. She called up the rocks and sand that were far beneath her and sent them sailing up to block the gills of the water dragon. With some luck, it would suffocate the washer for a moment. It was a shame that that wasn't enough to kill it. "You think a mere elementalist can kill me," the washer snarled. "Your shield is weak enough already. You were a fool." The washer plunged its head downward, and the shield broke. Liz gulped a breath as water poured in around her. The washer snapped at her, but Liz swam to the side, narrowly avoiding its jaws. "Come to me, little sorceress," it hissed. "You cannot escape me for long. Just give up." It snapped again and managed to graze Liz's leg. She let out a cry, foolishly wasting some of her air. Rob still attacked the dragon, but didn't care about him. It was too focused on Liz. Where was Curtis? Liz couldn't see him. She just prayed that that meant the washer wouldn't spot him either. The dragon flicked out its tongue and tasted Liz's blood in the water. "Your blood appeals to me, Creator," it said. "I think I will enjoy devouring you." Liz kicked away from the washer, but it reached out one of its arms and managed to catch her in its grasp. "It was so nice to see who created me," the washer whispered. "But I wonder, do you regret making me now?" Liz could barely think. She needed air. She desperately needed to breathe. The water dragon squeezed its hand, and Liz tried to gasp as her ribs cracked. But of course, there was no air. She inhaled water and started to choke. Her lungs felt heavy and they burned. Everything was getting darker and darker. Then the washer suddenly let Liz go. She felt herself falling backward in the water. She tried to fight her way up, but the water dragon was sinking and its weight was bringing her down with it. Why was it sinking? Liz could barely see. Then she saw a glint above her, and she quickly moved out of the way as the washer's head sank down, detached from its body.
Questions for Jill before our next readers?
Melanie?
When you're writing the dialogue with the elongated S's and stuff, how do you decide how long to make those without them seeming kind of silly, but finding that right balance?
There's not a good answer to that because what happened was I held down the S until I got tired of it. And then I was like, that looks good. So, I'm afraid that's not a very, scholarly answer, but that's kind of how it went.
What other immortal writers can we expect to see in the first book?
So, the immortal writers include dead authors, so like I'm waiting for people to die, but like J.R.R. Tolkien helps with the final dragon battle towards the end, and McCaffrey is in there. You see Ernest Hemingway, Langston Hughes, a wide variety of authors. Douglas Adams is there, he has a towel.
H.P. Lovecraft.
H.P. Lovecraft is definitely in there, although he makes more of an appearance in book 2.
Okay, cool.
Old ones.
Old ones, yeah. I want to get people into reading. One of my goals is to go into schools and to promote literacy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what advice do you have in creating a scene that the reader can feel what the character is feeling? What advice do you have?
My main advice is pay attention to what you would be feeling like. Engage all of your senses. In psychology, there's a thing called mindfulness where you reach out with all of your senses and you pay particular attention to everything that's happening. And I think the best way for you to engage a reader is to engage your own senses first. So if you've ever been really thirsty, don't starve yourself just to experience it, but if you've ever been really hungry or whatever, pay attention to that knot in your stomach, the nausea, and how you feel weak and trembly. And the more you pay attention to the way you feel, the more your reader is going to be able to connect to how your character's feeling.
Okay, thank you.
Isabel,
How long did it take you to write this book?
about 3 months. The first draft, editing took forever. All right. Oh,
How many of them have you written?
So the first one's done, the second one is in the works, and then there will be 5 total, and all 5 have been signed for a contract deal.
Mama, can you-
Yes.